Hey there YouTube, Webcam9000 here to give you a follow-up video to the in-case, clip case video I did very recently. When I was in the Apple Store getting the case, I did look at the iMacs and the MacBook and the Magic Mouse and sort of saw how they all worked. The Magic Mouse is, really quite nice. It's if you turn it on the side, which you'll see in a minute, you can actually see the glass trackpad on the top, which is really nice touch. It's wonderful. But I'll explain more about that in a minute. I did try and record some stuff of the plastic unibody MacBook, but unfortunately I couldn't really get them across to the computer to email them to myself because I was recording via an iPad Nano and they weren't connected to the computers, so I had no way of emailing them to myself, so I haven't really got any videos of that. However, I can sort of give you my views and sort of like a description of it. It's very like the previous MacBook, like my one, except it's not as bulky. It's a lot smoother. It's a lot more rounded. A bit more like the MacBook Pros that they're selling at the moment, and it's really quite nice. It's now got a backlit keyboard. The screen is a lot more vibrant. At least I think it's a bit more vibrant than the predecessor, and it has I don't know what to call it really. The dashboard, this sort of bit, sort of just below me, where the keyboard is and the trackpad. The area around that isn't sort of a matte sort of finish. It's more of a sort of glossy white plastic finish, and it looks like it's like the sort of backing you get on iPhone 3GS white. It's a lot like that. It's a fingerprint magnet. You can tell it's. And it works very seamlessly with the glass trackpad. They look brilliant together, and it all looks really quite nice. So the magnet on the top, which is sort of at the top of my monitor here, at the moment on my one it just sort of snaps down, and then you have to sort of really lift it up to get the displays back up. And they're really quite strong magnets. And actually I've had a lot of people say to me, why have you got magnets near the display? It doesn't really affect it that much. As long as they're not that near the display, it's not going to mess up in any way. But yeah, the new ones do work a lot like the MacBook Pro ones. When you flip down the lid, you lift it up, and it's just more of a click down rather than a snap. So it's very easy to lift up and lift down, a bit like the MacBook Air as well. It's just a lot easier to use. It has a new MagSafe adapter, which is a lot thinner than my one. It has the new FireWire 800, I believe. It has an in and out port, just the one port though, and of course it has the Kensington lock. It has the super drive on the side. The power button now looks a bit like the MacBook Pro and the MacBook Air. And without further ado, I will quickly move on to the iMacs. Okay, so basically what I am actually going to talk about is the entire Mac setup. This is the new iMac. I'm sorry I was using an iPhone sort of equipped with it, but that's the new iMac setup. And this is the Magic Mouse. It looks quite nice. It's quite heavy actually for what it's worth. It's an entire glass trackpad that you can scroll up and down on, and multi-touch gestures, which is very nice. This is me scrolling up and down on a Wikipedia page, and basically it keeps on sort of scrolling down. It's like your iPhone, it'll continue scrolling even after you swipe, so it's got a physics thingy in it, which I can't remember the name of. And this is the swiping, so backwards and forwards between each page. So that's between my page and then YouTube, and then back to Wikipedia, all via the mouse. Thumbs up. And that's about it really. I couldn't really report on the new, the Mac Mini upgrade, because that's just sort of spec wise really. I couldn't find a remote. They didn't have one of the new remotes, which was a shame. They weren't actually selling any of the Magic Mouses. Apparently it's happening everywhere. They haven't actually started selling any of the Magic Mice yet. They need to update it so it can be used with Leopard as well as Snow Leopard, so they can do that and then start selling them. And then that's about it really, so there wasn't really much else to report. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. All the things that you do.